ChatGPT and its incredible AI-driven capabilities can possibly push many people into unemployment and create massive disruptions in every industry. However, did you know that AI can impact content creation so much that you can create an entire podcast solely using AI? So welcome to this video, and unlike the podcast we're going to talk about, this video hasn't been generated using AI. But the fact that Joe Rogan managed to create a realistic podcast with Andrew Tate just with the help of AI is simply astonishing. This is episode number 3 of Joe Rogan's AI Experience, and the guest we have with us today is none other than the certified top G, the masculine messiah, Andrew Tate. So first of all, this AI-generated podcast started with a discussion about Andrew Tate and his brother's arrest that happened a few months ago. Andrew said that he had learned something from every hardship that he had suffered in the past few years, including his imprisonment. For those who don't know, Andrew and his brother Tristan were detained for 4 months on rape and human trafficking charges. Andrew claimed that it was an eye-opening experience for him, as before that he used to live a life of luxury and freedom. But when he went to prison, he had no luxuries or conveniences at his disposal. He was in a dark cell with his brother, which used to have a lot of bugs and dirt. Doing basic things like eating or sleeping was a massive struggle for the Tate brothers. This surreal experience not only made the Tate brothers tougher, both physically and mentally, but they also became more thankful for what they had. Romanian jails are tough to survive in, and if the top G survived 4 months in it, then he surely is super tough. During the last few months, Tate was incredibly impressed by Islam and the Muslim way of life. To learn more about the religion, he started reading Quran in his cell. It also helped him stay mentally strong, focused, and positive. He developed the ability to stand his ground and now show any sign of weakness. After reading Quran, Tate learned what it's like to be a warrior who is dedicated to his cause and principles. He created this fighter inside him that would help him overcome challenges and negativities surrounding him. Andrew told Joe that he is focused on making the most out of life and growing their businesses. They didn't waste their time lying around in prison feeling sorry for themselves. They chose to keep themselves in shape by getting creative with workouts, emphasizing the importance of discipline and consistency. During this period, Andrew and Tristan's businesses took a hit, but their team did a great job of keeping things running. They still train regularly and have kept themselves in the same MMA shape they were famous for. They even discussed the great job UFC has been doing so far. Andrew then discussed the differences of life in Dubai and Romania, praising the modernity of Dubai and the rich history and warm community in Romania. He and his brother enjoy driving supercars in both places, but note that traffic laws are stricter in Dubai. He mentioned the meme that came from a video of their Bugatti and talked about the future of social media and the need for more transparency and accountability. Andrew is considering getting back on social media but appreciates the freedom of being disconnected. He explained how he managed to tweet while in prison through a friend. Tate also spoke about his conversion to Islam and how it aligns with his values, emphasizing the importance of discipline, family, and community. He addressed concerns about terrorism and women's rights in Islam, highlighting the distinction between cultural practices and the religion's true teachings. He also debunked the myths and misconceptions people have regarding Islam. He then talked about Qatar's stand against woke culture during the FIFA World Cup. Andrew and Joe then expressed positive and negative impacts of social media, emphasizing the need for respectful discussions and finding common ground. They also expressed frustration with the current state of society, where people are quick to attack and label others instead of engaging in open-minded conversations. Andrew criticized the sensationalism and outrage-driven nature of mainstream media and social media. He also talked about his Twitter exchange with the environmentalist Greta Thunberg, where he made jokes about climate change and received backlash. Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter was then discussed on the show, as both Joe and Andrew expressed hope that it would lead to more free speech and less censorship. The conversation between the two shifts to discussing the culture of offense and the importance of honest conversations and independent thought. They talk about the different treatment of people based on their status, such as mask mandates. Andrew Tate praised Elon Musk for his involvement in various fields and his plans to colonize Mars. Upon Joe's bizarre question, Andrew did express a willingness to consider living on Mars and discussed the need for people like Elon to push the boundaries of innovation. The conversation then turns to the evolution of martial arts, particularly with the rise of UFC and mixed martial arts. Andrew shared his thoughts on the sport's transformation and the potential of fighting Jake Paul. Both Joe and Andrew appreciated and recognized Jake's skills, but emphasized their own experience and confidence in winning the fight. Andrew admitted to watching Jake's fight against Tommy Fury and commented on the importance of technical skills and experience in professional boxing. Andrew believes that fighting a top G professional like himself would be a real test for Jake. The podcast nears its conclusion with a discussion on masculinity and Andrew's views on the woke movement. Andrew and Joe expressed concern about the suppression of masculinity and the division caused by cancel culture, emphasizing the importance of celebrating differences and embracing what makes individuals unique. Andrew then went on to express his strong opinions about the importance of embracing masculinity and standing up against societal pressures. He believed that there is an agenda to emasculate men as a way to control the population. He criticized the education system for promoting a specific worldview and taking over the role of parents in shaping their children's beliefs. Then Joe discussed the rise of teenage girls aspiring to become OnlyFans models. Andrew not only agreed with this point, but also appreciated traditional values in certain countries that help keep people in line with their culture and identity. Andrew also discussed his influence on social media, the portrayal of men in Hollywood, the complexity of transgender athletes in sports, the advancements and potential dangers of AI, and briefly touched on their views on former President Trump. Considering that this is a fully AI-generated podcast, Andrew and Joe ended the conversation by discussing the future of AI and whether there is a possibility of inviting Trump as a guest in this series. Joel believes that AI has created an alternate reality. It's quite bizarre how AI has the ability to automate jobs like content creation. This AI-driven alternate reality will only grow, making it difficult to distinguish between what's real and what's not. Joe also speculated that there should be an AI president in place to keep the capabilities of this technology in order. Lastly, Andrew then expressed his intention to leave the country, admitting that going to prison has changed him a lot and has helped him see life in a different way. So that's all for today. If you want to see more masculine-driven, inspiring content like this video, and if you're new to this channel, press the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update from our channel. We'll meet you again in the next video. Till then, keep hustling.